and Nkandla. Those were some of the terms South Africans were searching this week. I'm Jennifer Sanasi. You're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by my co-hosts Jerusha Sikthiorath and Nick Pawson, and we are going to talk you through the top search terms on Google. Hello.
Hello, Jen.
Good afternoon, Jen. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
Nick.
Jerusha.
Nice to see you two again.
Likewise.
Not that we don't sit across from each other all day, every day.
Well, they didn't know that.
Now you know.
Nick, you're going to kick us off with the shark attack that everyone was speaking about.
Yes, Jen. Australian surfer Mick Fanning encountered a shark during the J-Bay Open finals, managed to escape completely unscathed, claimed he punched the shark in the back. Of course, the incident has been subject to a huge amount of memes, which made it a very popular search term.
I think that was probably my favorite part of that, all the memes and the fake stories from Hannes the shark's perspective. We've even named him Hannes.
Well, I've seen some comment from sort of marine professionals, you know, conservationists, whatever, and they reckon that it wasn't an attack. And I mean, if you watch the video again and again, you can kind of...
It just seems like the shark was just
It was a
checking him
juvenile,
out.
apparently possibly a juvenile shark that got tangled in his foot rope and was actually trying to get the hell away from him. You know, so it was more like the surfer attacked the shark, but
nonetheless, I'm sure it was very scary for him.
Yes.
And what we could take away from this is Mick Fanning is a badass.
Totally.
And I mean, well, the main thing is it made for great viewing. You know, great footage that was caught on camera. I think that's obviously what made it go viral like it did.
Moving on, Jerusha, many South Africans, if not all of them, were searching Nkandla this week.
For very good reason too. So by now we know that 246 million rand of taxpayers' money has been spent on the president's private homestead. We know that Police Minister Nathi Nhleko doesn't believe the president should be liable for much of the spending because it apparently had to do with security upgrades. The public protector Thuli Madonsela says that he should be liable. It all blew up again this week as Parliament's ad hoc committee did an in loco inspection of Nkandla. Media were there too, and here's the rub. It seems like lots of the buildings that were built for SANDF officials at a cost of millions of rands are empty. There's no furniture, the houses are falling apart, and there's just animal poop just all over. So taxpayers' money spent and it's being wasted.
You know, I've seen people posting photos of $6 million homes besides these buildings, these vacant buildings on Nkandla, saying 6 million rand and 6 million rand. Look at what it's got you.
Nkandla doesn't seem like it will ever go away. It's
No.
probably Jay-Z's biggest headache. But
And, you know, rightly so. If he spent taxpayers' money on it, then he needs to do something.
Speaking of headaches, cheaters in South Africa have been worried this week, and a lot of people have been searching for Ashley Madison on Google.
yes, well, a Canadian-based dating and networking site, or some like to see it, cheating website, has been the victim of a massive hack this week, where hackers have claimed to have released 2,500 members' details. So
let me
yeah,
get
if
this
you're gonna-
straight. It's a website where
You can cheat.
their tagline is "Life is short, have an affair." So it's Canadian-based. Maybe Jen can
You
tell
keep
us a
saying it's Canadian-based, like I have something to do with it. All I
bit. It's
have
a
to
Canadian concept, so I'm sure Jen can shed some
These
light on it.
Canadians.
It's really cold in Canada. I'm not advocating for anything here. I'm just saying it's cold.
Well, it's got 33 million members worldwide, so it's very popular. And yes, I guess people sign up and try and have these discreet affairs. The company or website, you know, has a privacy policy that none of their details or names will be released. But obviously, this is now, you know, posing a huge sort of security issue, and I guess could potentially lead to a few divorces and breakups. So.
Uh-oh.
deserved ones too.
They're actually threatening to release nude pics and sexual fantasies, which I think is just a little too much information for anyone to know, other than you and your most intimate partner.
But the principle, like Dorothy Black always tells you, what is it? When you're taking a sexy pic, it's the eyes or the prize.
That's it, people. The eyes or the prize.
Otherwise, you end up in this type of a situation.
Exactly. You don't want to be in that situation. Take Dorothy Black's advice.
Or watch your polyamory video.
That's true.
There we go.
There you go. A little shameless self-promotion from
Little
the
plug.
three of us.
Thank you, Nick.
Lastly, South Africans were searching Drake this week after he was in a Twitter war with hip-hop star Meek Mill. Now, Meek Mill has accused Drake of having a ghostwriter. Now, this is interesting because that's like the biggest diss in hip-hop, to not write your own raps. And Meek Mill is saying he thinks that a man by the name of Quentin Miller is responsible for writing most of Drake's hits.
Hmm.
What's interesting to me, actually, is Drake is from Toronto. I'm from Toronto. A little bit of a connection there.
We would never have known. She never tells us this.
It's all about Canada today.
But one of the city councillors in Toronto tweeted to Meek Mill that he's not welcome back in the city.
That
which
was
I thought
so
was
funny.
quite funny.
And then they had a weird little interaction. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Turns out that that councillor is a big Drake fan.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
But who isn't a big Drake fan?
Has he recovered from his kiss from Madonna?
Forgot
From
about
Madonna.
that.
I also forgot about that. Maybe what they say is it's all downhill from there.
Maybe you never recover from a kiss from Madonna. I mean, she is Madonna.
Speechless. Yeah.
There you have it, your top search terms on Google. Let us know what you were searching in the comment section below, and we'll see you next week.